Okay, so last time I showed you guys how to do the bumper technique. However, the bumper technique can be a little bit difficult if you don't really have any free edge to work on. So I'm going to show you today one other alternative you can do to making sure that you actually encapsulate that free edge rather than just kind of simply capping it with light coats of product, which are going to get worn down really easily and eventually are going to expose your natural nail. We can actually use some other methods to make sure that we get enough product out in front of our natural nail so that even with wear and tear, we're not getting to that point where we get free edge separation after 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to use nail forms today, but you could easily also use any type of smooth tape. Like for example, I've even done this with Scotch tape before, where I just make sure that I block off the skin on the tip of my finger. But since I actually have nail forms, I'm going to use nail forms just to show you one other way to do this. Now, nail forms, you don't actually have to really know how to apply them in order to do this technique. Nail forms are definitely an amazing tool. They do take some skill to learn how to use, but today we're going to use them in a very, very basic sense. So all we're really going to focus on for this particular technique is getting the nail form up close enough to our natural nail so that we're blocking off that skin underneath the free edge of our fingernail, okay? So we're just going to use this form as a little bit of a barrier for our short nail and use it to block off that skin. So all you have to do is just kind of get it close and approximate, close it, and then push this up. So at the end of the day, what you should have is just a good enough, close enough seal that you're not creating a big space where gel's gonna go underneath, and you're gonna block off that skin on your fingertip so that you can apply product without worrying about getting it all over the place, okay? But again, you could use tape, you could use anything just to kind of block that skin underneath your fingernail. I've already prepped my nail plate. I still have some residual product because I just took off my nail in order to show you this technique. But do all of your nail prep before you put your nail form on, cleanse your nail, have everything done and ready to go before you put your form on, and then you can proceed with your actual product application. So similar to the way I showed you last time, we're going to use our first layer as our base coat. We're going to scrub everything in. So we're just going to use a really nice thin coating over our entire nail. And again, because we have that nail form, this is really nice because even if we, try to cap the free edge a little bit with our base, it's not going to matter because we have that nail form there to protect our skin. So this is really nice to do on super duper short nails. So just make sure you have nice, thin, scrubbed in gel base coat coverage from sidewall to sidewall and cuticle to free edge. And then you're going to cure this in your lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, then once your base coat is cured, we're going to leave the nail form on and we're going to do a very similar technique to the way I showed you in my last tutorial. So we're going to create a wet layer of product. So again, we don't have to go all the way to the cuticle area because we already have that base coat there and we don't need to add bulk back there. But we're just going to add a nice wet layer of product over the entire nail plate. And then what we can do is using that same kind of concept of the bumper that we did without a nail form, we're going to actually cap this free edge and make sure that we have a substantial amount of product out there. So I have that nice wet layer that's going to help me with just making sure everything kind of self-levels a little bit. And then I'm just going to apply some product out here. Even if it goes onto the nail form, that's totally fine, because I can always finish file that and shorten it a little bit to make it into the shape and length that I want it to be. So think of this as like a micro extension. So we're just gonna apply a little bit of product out there so that again, we have kind of that bumper of product. And then as soon as you get that where it's got full coverage from corner to corner, don't worry so much about whether it's perfect because at the end of the day, we're going to end up filing this into the shape that we want to have and the length that we want to have. But you just want to make sure that every corner and the free edge of your nail is completely coated in product and that you have at least, I would say, let me remove some of this just so you guys can see how much product you need to have out there. You want to have about a millimeter or two like that of product in front of your natural nail. So even if it's a little bit thick on the edge, you can remove that. And if you end up with a big hump on the end of your nail, like if it's way too much, all you have to do is touch the brush of your base coat to the gel, and you can kind of just walk it back a little bit. Gel is awesome. It'll follow your brush wherever it goes. So all you have to do is just make a little bit of contact, pull that back a little bit, and then you end up without having like a big hump here on the end. But we're gonna fill that in anyway in order to finish our overlay. Mine's gonna end up a little bit thicker than your guys as well if you have virgin nails, because I already have some product on my natural nail plate. So as you might remember, the goal of this is to make sure that we have substantial product application about the thickness of a credit card, or maybe even a little bit thicker than that, on all corners and the free edge, as well as all around the sidewall. The cuticle area can stay pretty thin, but remember, we want to make sure that those stress areas have enough product in order to withstand different impacts. So we should end up with a nail that looks basically like this at the end of our application, but we're going to use that nail form to actually separate our skin from our nail so we have more room to work on really short fingernails. Okay, now we can actually do the rest of our overlay application. Usually where people have trouble is that if the product is too thin and they remove their nail form, they'll usually end up getting this little mini extension that breaks off. So feel free to leave the form on the entire time if you would like to, or if you feel confident you're applying enough product, you can also remove your nail form. All you have to do is just kind of pinch on either side of the paper. It'll release from the product. Then you can pull the tabs down, pull down away from the nail like this, and then you'll have just your little micro extension that encapsulates the free edge of your natural nail. Now we want to make sure that we have those stress areas covered. Again, my nail already has quite a bit of product on it, but if you want to go back and add more, like we did on our first tutorial, just to make sure that everything is well coated and also smooth, always start with a wet layer of product. It's going to make self-leveling that much easier. And then depending on what technique you like the best, you can do my side-to-side technique, like I showed, just to make sure that you're getting those stress areas completely coated and reinforced. Or you can do the technique where you hold your finger like this, and you're going to apply a little bit of product here in the apex area. And then you're just going to simply walk this down. You don't even have to go as far as the free edge that you created, just to get a nice little application of product. Watch it self-level, and then you can use the tip of your brush just to adjust any application. Just using the tip of your brush to move everything around gives you, or should give you, a nail that looks something like this, where the very, very tip of this little micro extension is still going to be quite thin. Our whole natural nail free edge is encapsulated in product, and we have enough product on our nail plate that we'll be able to apply color, be able to e-file down to that layer, and keep this protective layer on the nail. This is what we call overlays. We're basically creating a permanent or semi-permanent layer of product that we're going to leave on the nail, and then all we're going to do is take off the color, backfill any regrowth areas, but this is actually going to save our nails from getting overworked because we're only going to be touching that natural nail once. And because we have this bumper of product out here, any wear and tear caused by friction or just any types of impacts we come across in our daily lives, there's room for this product to wear down before we start getting into the area of our actual natural nail. Then once you're done curing, you're going to cleanse off the tacky layer. If you feel like your nail is perfectly smooth, you can go right into your color application, but I usually recommend that people cleanse off this inhibition layer, and then what we can do is file this nail into the correct length and shape that we want before we do our color, and that also allows you to address any lumps and bumps that you might have. So let's take a look at this up close. So we want to look at the overall thickness and make sure that we have the correct shape. So we want to have at least a concentration of product here in this general stress area. We want to make sure we have enough product here on these sidewall areas so that our nail isn't prone to twisting or pinching or cracking on the sides. So give your nail a good look. You can always add more product if you need to, but this is basically what it's going to look like once you kind of encapsulate that free edge. So you can see the gel just extends past my natural nail, maybe by a couple millimeters. Then what you can do is you can take your nail file and you can file this gel into shape just like you would if you were shaping your natural nail. I like to use a little bit of a 45-degree angle on my nail file so that I'm not creating a super blunt edge. I'm creating a little bit more of a refined edge. To explain beveling the free edge a little bit, when you file, you want to keep your nail file kind of under the nail rather than filing everything like this where it's perpendicular to the nail and creating a blunt edge. If we actually file under our nail, we end up refining the part underneath the product and even refining our natural nail underneath the product, like on the sidewalls where this is going to end up meeting the natural nail. So when you do that, it's going to create a nice thin edge and it's going to tuck your natural nail underneath any product where the two meet. And you want to leave a little bit of product as you file. So don't file it all the way down to where it meets your natural nail. You want to leave a little bit of that micro extension. So let me clean this off so you guys can see where that is. So see how it's just a teeny short amount of gel that goes past. You can even make this a little bit shorter if you want to, but you're going to want at least about a millimeter of product out in front of your natural nail. Like I said, this is great for people who tend to use their nails a lot. If you're, you've got kids, you're washing dishes, you type a lot. Any amount of friction on the edge of this product, especially with soak-off product, it's going to wear down. So as we wear this down over the next 2 or 3 weeks, you'll even notice this sometimes with square nails where your square corners get a little bit more rounded over the period of time that you've been wearing your nails. That's because of this wear and tear. So any amount of friction, just like this, rubbing, tapping, anything is going to start to wear on this product a little bit. So having this little micro extension that totally encapsulates our free edge of our nail is really going to help those of you who constantly get lifting at the free edge. It's usually a lifestyle issue, and this little bumper of product out here is going to allow you to apply product even if your nail is shorter than your skin, and you're going to have that kind of buffer to be able to do things on the daily that might end up wearing your product down to your natural nail. If you want to file off any lumps and bumps, you can also do that by refining the actual top surface. Just do it nice and gently and slowly so that you're not removing too much product. But if you have any bumpy areas, you can just file on top of the nail a little bit just to refine those, okay? And the goal is that everything is going to kind of come towards this free edge in a nice smooth shape. When you're done with all of your filing and shaping, you can do one of two things. You can either apply gel polish color on top of this followed by your top coat, or if you're someone who wants to keep an overlay like this but wear nail polish, you can finish your overlay with a top coat. I really recommend Attain Shine because it is going to prevent any type of staining or issues with removal from acetone. It'll protect the soak-off overlay even though you're wearing nail polish on top. Nail polish solvents sometimes can eat at soak-off product, as well as the color in nail polish can sometimes stain the overlay just like it would on natural nails. So finish your clear overlay with some nice resilient top coat, and then you can actually put regular nail polish and regular nail polish top coat on top. Because this nail no longer bends or flexes very much like our natural nail does, your nail polish will last a really long time compared to if it was a natural nail manicure. If you want to wear gel polish, you can simply apply gel polish over the top of this overlay. And when you go to remove your color, you're going to e-file off your color or hand file off your color, which we'll talk about in a future tutorial. But this is a great way to protect your natural nails, also allow you to have a little bit more forgiveness on wear and tear on the free edge without constantly getting that separation that makes you want to redo your nails too frequently.